It's been a while, but we need to go ahead and do a Farsite update. You remember that game? I have 7 other videos on this channel about it, and you might not have seen any of them because it was a while ago. They were in development for a long time, and now they are ending alpha and about to enter beta, and stuff is starting to happen. The game is very smooth, very nice, and I'm pretty impressed. This game is going to be more like EVE Online. If you've played EVE Online, you're going to have a huge advantage on this. I've played EVE Online a little bit, but unfortunately I didn't play it as much as I wish I did now that this game's out. I do have a general idea of how this game works, and with this game they are doing a scholarship program. So I'm going to have my own academy, Kevinsmak Academy, where pilots can sign up, and at times I will lend out ships to people and let them play the game and earn in the game. With that earning, they'll be able to go ahead and buy their own ships one day is the thought, and kind of progress as we do that. Because with my stuff, hopefully you'll be able to go out and mine and do other stuff and go from there. Let's go and hit the computer and we'll talk more about the game. This is Farsite. It's an amazing looking game. Yes, it is on the ETH network. However, they are also going to have Poly and Matix. So don't worry, you will be able to use that when the game is released. And there's a lot to it. You've probably seen the other videos. If not, I'm going to go over a general idea of where I'm at and about the Academy. So if I click on Academy here, you can see I do have my own pilot academy. I have 5 pilots already, which is awesome. I did mention it in my Discord. If you've not joined my Discord, it's down below and it'll give you some more information. I do get a kickback for having pilots in my academy, so I'm being completely open and clear with everything. How it works is I get 2% of credits earned by pilots. I get 5% of ETH that is spent in the game by pilots, and 70% from credits earned by pilots on Academy ships. So those Academy ships are my ships. So I'm letting you use my ships to do things, and with that, earn some money and hopefully build yourself up and get you into this universe as well. Universes, solar systems, there's a lot. Now, from my standpoint, I am not a whale in this game. However, I did invest more than I usually do in games. I have about $2,500 into this game. I own 3 sectors from planets, 2 of which are small and 1 is large. You can see them here. 27, I do have a mining rig on. This one is open. And here on the large one, I can have 3 things, and I have 2 mining facilities on there. So currently I can mine any of the minerals here because these 2 are the same. They're just next to each other. The idea why I want 2 small sectors on the same planet is because I don't have to leave the planet to move stuff around there. They're right next to each other, which is a smart move. So it's kind of like having 1 medium sector. Now my big sector is basically the Earth sector in the home sector. So that's really nice to have that because they're very rare. I can make water and lumber where you can't do that on any planets except for the Earth-like planets in solar systems. And they did add another one, so I believe there's another one in a different solar system, but I am in a home galaxy, so that is nice to have that. It's going to be highly sought after. Now, as far as ships, I don't have a huge amount, but I do have some. Let's go ahead and look at the ships here. You can see I do have 5. The one on the screen right now is my favorite, and it's pretty nice. I did have to burn some ships early on so I could afford to get these sectors on the planet. Because since I have those sectors on the planet, I can mine those resources. I can then take those resources and sell them and make a profit, or use those resources to make more ships, more modules. There's a lot of things in this game. This is not a simple clicker game. This is an advanced game, so there's a lot to it. And this is just kind of like a general overview of everything, including the idea of the academy. So for my academy, I currently have 5 ships. I'm going to be using one of them at times. I might even still lend it out at times, depending on how things go. So I'll be lending out at least 4 ships at a time. And I do plan to build more ships. I do have blueprints, which are also rare. Here you can see my blueprints. 3 of them are ships, and 1 of them is an afterburner. So I do have 1 module, and I have 3 ships I can make. So with that and the planet sectors I have, as soon as I get enough credits, I can use those credits to invest in other things. The first thing I'll invest on is in my water planet is a refinery to refine my water and refine my lumber for production. And then if I wanted, I could remove one of my mining stations and then build that up to be something to create ships with. Or I could put it on one of my small planets and just transfer it there. Now, if they're on different planets, you're going to need to transfer stuff. And how you transfer stuff in the game is by flying there. And that's where the game kind of starts getting a little crazy, because once you're flying places and the game is fully out, there's going to be PvP. You have a chance of losing your ship. So the stuff that's in your ship that you're transporting is very important and valuable. And people can see that and come after your ship and try to take it. So it's good to be part of an alliance, which I'm also a part of, and also to have friends in the game to help protect you. Now, there are sales right now for crates, but by the time this video goes out, they will be gone. This is the last sale ever. There are a good amount of crates left, but this was a second sale. The first sale sold out very quickly, except for the one crate. The lower crate didn't sell out real quick. And then you have these crates, which you can see the amount that sold here. And you can also see by the Ethereum required, this is not a cheap game to get into. It's an expensive game. That's why they added the scholarship program so people can get in. If you are joining the scholarship program, I would say try to be able to get something in the game other than just using scholarships if you can. They are going to have a credit sale soon. You can see here on the bottom, the cases will be available September 28th, and this is the cost of the credits. Now, credits are your currency in the game, and they will be linked to the Farsite token once that is also released. So credits are not the easiest to get right now. They're pretty tough, and these crates will be out in limited edition each week, from my understanding. And as you purchase them, they start going up in value. So this is the initial value. The 2 million credits at 0.4 ETH, you're only going to get that until so many are sold, and then that's gone. I wish there was another one that was a smaller one, maybe like 1/4 of this. You know, that way I can get it, because I currently want about 500 to 1 million credits, but I don't have the money to get 2 million credit crate right now. If you are thinking of starting and you do have Ethereum and you're into this game, this is something I would recommend. Before we go any further, I do want to let you know this video is not sponsored. However, this is not financial advice. This is a game I've been following for more than a year, probably about a year and a half. I come from originally other games that are space-based on the Ethereum blockchain back in the day before gas got out of control, and I really loved it. And I played Exo Universe a lot, and that game was amazing. It blew me away, and that's why I ended up getting hooked on this game, because I was looking for something similar that took those ideas of finding planets and exploring and stuff like that, because in this game you can find planets, you can discover different solar systems. It's insane, everything that's going into this. From my perspective, putting as much money in as I did on this game, I'm pretty much all in at the moment, and I'm hoping to continue moving forward. It's a little difficult right now because the game is in alpha, so it doesn't have a lot of players that are able to do things unless they purchase stuff. And the buying and selling is not happening a lot because the next part didn't come out, but it will be coming out soon. There is a full marketplace built in already. You can click here and see what's bought and sold, and you can sell stuff. Like, for example, I think I have sapphires for sale. Yeah, I have sapphires for sale. You can also look at the star map. If you click on the star map, you can see everything that's open, and you can check it out here. There's also gates, so you can look at a gate and jump to a different solar system. It does cost fuel to do a jump, so fuel costs credits, so that's how that works. You have a full guide that's very, very informative up here. The guide breaks everything down. Just to give you a quick example, they talk about everything in detail, every chapter. They have it all typed up, and gives you a good idea of everything. Of course, it's not, extremely deep in information, but it's a good overview of everything you need. So just looking at the right side, you can see what's available. Resources, ships, modules are things you could attach to ships, like guns, lasers, mining lasers, cargo crates. Blueprints is how you make it. The blueprints that came out were all in the original sale and the current sale, which is about to end. And the max amount of blueprints is 250 of each item, and that will be forever. This is a very large game, so 250 of one blueprint is not a lot. You also have components, which are used to create things. Accessories, I don't have a lot of information on yet. Crates are if you buy one, and then sectors are your planets. Down on the bottom right, you'll see Store, Academy, and Airdrops. Airdrops is kind of like if you do some things here, you get extra points. So, for example, I'm doing a YouTube review right now. So I will put it in here and I'll check it, and then I'll gain points over here and I'll unlock other stuff. I had a whole lot of points, and then I won the airdrop, and when you win the airdrop, it deletes all your points. So now I had to start all over to try to get the last two things. So that's what I'm working on right now. And once this video is live, I'll post a link in here. I'll hit submit. And then once they review it, I'll get 50,000 score. There's a bunch that they're still reviewing, but I did most of the stuff yesterday. So it takes a little time for them to, go through and make sure everything's set up. But this is a good way to get some free pieces early on. And you can go ahead and end up getting a ship early on by doing this too. So what am I doing right now? My ship is at the dock right now. And if I'm in here, I can go through and check my storage, for example. I have some water on here. The reason I don't have it listed on the marketplace right now is because I already have 250 water listed, and I didn't want to just add even more because I am the lowest price. I'll wait till some of that sells. Of course, like I said, there's not a lot of people that have extra credits right now because people are still building stuff up. But once the economy gets going, once that portion of the game is released, people are going to need these minerals, and you're going to see the price fly up on them. And at that point, I should be making a good amount. And once I'm able to make a good amount, I'll be able to create these factories and things on my planet, create components, create ships, and then have more ships for my academy. So currently, like I said, I have 5. I'll have 4 to rent out, and I'll be able to choose certain people to rent, or just, put it out generally to see who wants to take it for a ride. You do have to sign up for my academy program if you want to do that. I'll have the link down below. I'll have 2 links down below, one to sign up for the game, and then the other one to sign up for my academy if you want to be one of my pilots. I believe you can only sign up for one academy, so make sure it's right for you. Like I said, I'm not going to have a huge amount at start, but I plan to quickly get there. And with the pilots also earning credits with my ships, I'm going to take those credits in, use them to build more ships, more components for the ships, and get more of an inventory. So I hope that makes sense. I just need to get going. Once the economy part comes, this game's going to be insane. I'm so excited if you haven't known. You also have a parking spot here, and this is where you can park your ships. You can see all my ships here. Currently, I'm using my Epic. It's my best ship. And also, if I click here, you can see the station I'm at. I have a plan because you do have to pay for storage if you do have a ship and stuff. So I'm in the middle plan, and the reason I'm in the middle plan is because I signed up early and I'm kind of priced in at a discount. So if I leave the middle plan, I lose that discount. So I'm going to leave that there. However, parking is going to be expensive soon, I'm guessing as well. So hopefully I'm making some credits by then. I had a bunch of stuff for sale, stopped playing for a bit, and people bought that stuff. So I came back. It took a long time, but they bought it. And once they bought it, I had all these credits. So that's why I paid for my storage. I needed to do that to unlock everything. You skip a month, all of a sudden it'll lock you out and you won't be able to access it until you pay your back credits. So I had to do that. After I did that and I unlocked that, I started mining more stuff. So how do I mine? I go over here to my sector, and you can even do this from the dock, which I love. So I don't have to fly to the planet to start the mining. I can go here and open, and all right, both of them are open right now. So they've finished, they're awaiting. So I can choose open this. So I made water last time. I made, there are 100, and how many do I want to make? I could hit restart production, and I can do, usually I do like 2 days worth. Water is probably one of the most limited things, so that's kind of why I'm pumping up on water, and I'll produce. And now it's going to take some of my credits. It's going to take 2,900, and it's basically saying, you know, if you want to stop this early, too bad, you can't. So I'm not going to stop it early. I'm going to let it produce. So that's going to be going for 2 days. And I can go to my other one, roll up, so we'll just do it this way. And I can open this one and do the same thing, which we will in a moment. You can also build another structure to hold things. So this is storage, so I can build more storage on here, which would be really nice. Again, credit's an issue, so I can't do that right now. But I can get most of the supplies by the sectors I have, so most of the time I only need like 1 out of 4 materials to go ahead and complete that. So let's go ahead and just do this mining. So we're going to do some sapphires. We're going to restart, and we'll do 2 days worth. Even though these usually sell at a good price, 630 they are a piece. That guy's selling them for 399, but they're 630 to create and 3 hours and 20 minutes. So I'm not sure why he's selling them at that price unless he acquired them a different way, or he just really needs credits for some reason. So here I'll go ahead and produce and confirm. And now that's going to take more of my credits right now. It's going to knock them down. It's going to produce that. So the thought is let that go, and then I will sell them and make a different amount of money. However, I do have to also put that amount that I paid to get them created and the fuel required. If I have to use a gate to jump to a different place, I'm going to need fuel for that. There's also another add roll, and if I click add roll, you can see here that these are the things that I can build. I already have 2 basic mining facilities. This is what I want, a refinery, but I don't have enough credits. I do have the materials already stored. I just need the credits, and it's a lot to ask to borrow, so I can't do that either. There's a shipyard that's going to produce ship hulls. Those require blueprints, components, and credits. So this is something I can look at in the future. And then there's a modules to create the modules, and then basic factory, which allows you to manufacture components. So my thought is right now I am looking at getting the refinery. That's going to help me there. And then I have another space on another planet. I can build a shipyard, so I can go ahead and create the ships themselves. And then if I need a factory or a module, maybe I'll discover another planet by then, or I could always remove one of my mining facilities on my Earth planet, depending on the demand of the resources. Of course, if I do remove that, I am going to lose what I initially invested to get it going, which right now these prices are, I believe, are cheaper, and they're going to be more expensive in the near future. Hence why I really want a credit crate. 2 million credits would be amazing for me. That would give me a great start. It would give me everything I need, but I just don't have the ETH. So now I created that stuff, it's going to mine it, but I also still have it. So if I go over here and I click on manage storage, you can see items I currently have. Now I can go pick up some sapphires and water and use them. Now it's kind of pointless right now because I haven't sold any. And now that sapphires, some guy just put it so cheap, that hurts. Let's look at water and see how that's doing in the marketplace. I've went through everything and created a spreadsheet of what's selling and for what price. And some stuff is just too cheap. So yeah, someone undercut me again for water. So I'm going to cancel this while I'm in here. And then I'm going to go ahead, so 73. So now we're going to go in here. And we're going to do 72, and we have 250, and we select our station. I have 290. You know what? We'll just put them all up. 290, and we'll go ahead and hit the sell. And it's basically saying if someone buys them, you can't get them back. Yes, I'm aware. So now I'm under, and there we go. I don't like to do that, but I need to sell stuff. I can't play the game without selling stuff, so I need to do that. And as we saw, sapphires are really cheap, so we'll pick them up to show, just because I want to show you in the video on how to do that. So this over here on the right side is my planet. Here on the left is my station where I'm at now. So to leave my station, I have to choose undock here because currently we're docked. We can close out of this here. And we'll undock our ship. There we go. And now if I move, I can see everything going on. It's pretty cool that you could do this. You could also pop it up for full screen, so we'll do that because full screen looks amazing. And you know, for this, I'm going to remove me for a while because it's better to get the whole idea of the game. And some of these things are a little difficult to explain by moving me all over the screen all the time. So now that my ship is here, I want to go to my planet. I can go over here and click on whatever I want. Here's some planets of what's going on. I can click on my sector here, and this is my main one, and it says warp to. So I can just choose this and warp to it. This is the Earth type planet, like I said, very rare, and we can go ahead and just choose warp to. I'll keep the sector, I'll close the sector for the view. And now we're going there, and you can see the countdown here. It'll say how long it takes, 40 seconds. There'll be a lot of different things here in the future. Weapon, mining. Actually, I believe most of the stuff works. I just don't have it all set up. Drone, radar, cloaker, booster, afterburner, hyperjump, and engine. And then here you can see the available gates. You have your energy rating, current ship details, HP, armor, and shields. So there's a lot going on here, and we're reaching our Earth-type planet. And we have arrived. So in the future, as this game gets busier and busier, there might be a fleet of like 3 ships flying around just trying to knock people down. So I have to be very careful and watch out to that. This part gets confusing. In fact, this is an edit because I've had to do it a few times because I always get confused which is which. So what we need to do first is open the ship storage. So we're going to go to ships. We're going to find our ship. There might be an easier way to do it, but I'm not aware of it. Open storage. This is my storage area. It's empty. So I can hold storage in there. So now we got to go to the planet, find my planet, and we're going to click on sectors. And when you click on sectors, it's going to bring this up. And then you want to find your sector. It's right here. So we're going to go in storage here. And now I see my storage on the planet. So what I want to do is click, drag, drop. I'm going to say, you want to bring it all over? Sure. We'll do the same thing with the water. Sure. Now, these are used for the facility I want to build eventually. So I want to leave them there because the planet already has a decent amount of storage, and I don't have to pay monthly for the storage on the planet. So since there's no reason for me to transfer it over and then bring it back later, I'm just going to leave it there. So then we could close out of that, and we can go back here. We now have everything on our ship. So what do we want to do now? Well, we want to go back. So now we go ahead and click on stations here, and we can warp to our station. And I know this was really quick, but remember, this is one of the best sectors in the game. So I'm really close to the home station. If you get one of the best sectors in your area, that's good too. However, some journeys take minutes and minutes. Could take 10 minutes to travel to a certain planet, depending how it is. My other area where I make stuff takes longer to get to, and I have to warp to get there. So that's why I'm just showing you this one, because this one doesn't cost any money, because I don't need any warp gates. But if I want to pick up the other material, I would need to go ahead and pay money at the gate to jump to it. But with credits being so rare, I don't want to do that right now. So now that we're here, we can click gates again and we can choose dock. And that's going to go ahead and park my ship. And what I'll be able to do then is move the items I have and put them on the marketplace like I did earlier. However, I'm not going to go ahead and put them on the marketplace, but I am going to move them over to the storage here because I don't want them on my ship anymore. Because if this was in the future, someone could come and, take my stuff. So we'll go to manage storage. It's empty. We'll go to ships over here. And we'll open storage. And then we're just going to drag and drop. Continue. Continue. There we go. Now we have it at our station. And I can sell it when my other stuff sells. No reason to put it up right now because no one's buying. And I already have some stuff up. But once the game comes out, it'll be good to have a stockpile because that stuff will start flying. Prices will start going up. And all the resources will be in high demand. Let's go to a different galaxy. We're going to go to a gate. We're going to jump to home hip because I do have planet sectors out there. But we're going to warp there. And the main reason I want to go there is because I can pick up my material while I'm there as well, since I do have to pay. And then we'll take a look through the galaxy and see if we can find it. Once we get here, we're going to have to warp through and pay some credits. So we're pulling up now to the gate. All right, now we're going to go ahead and click jump up here. It's going to say 94 credits, please. And we are going through. So I don't like to use these gates because they cost, but I feel like not many people are using them, so maybe we'll have better luck. Plus, I could, like I said, pick up my other resources there.
I'm back. It is days later. It might even be a week later. I was showing you how to mine as I was learning to do it, and it just wasn't the right way. I'm still getting over being sick, but I have mined a lot since I was sick because I just didn't really want to do anything else. So I've learned the process very well, and I'm going to go over it and teach you all how it works. Instead of stumbling through, I've decided to re-record this and just show you how it works. So with that said, we are near my planet, HIP 32. I got 2 sectors on it. If I go over here and click on planets, you can see it comes here. It shows sectors. And I can go ahead and search for asteroids. And that's what I'm going to do. To do that, you do need to have certain modules on your ship. So if I go to my ship, you can see it here. I can go to my slot info. And I can go ahead and just X this out here. And you can go down and see, there it is, the analog radar AD. So this is the free one. I can't stand it, but it's free, so I couldn't be upset with it. Basically, you unlock it from hitting the airdrop rewards. With that said, it's got a 9-minute cooldown, which is really infuriating if you scan and there's no asteroids, because then you just have to sit and wait for it to hit 9 minutes cooldown to be done. But whatever, it's better than not having one and not being able to do this, so I'm still thankful there. Half water, half full, half empty. It's up to you. With that said, we got this, so this is going to be the radar. And then we go up, we have a container, we have this one here, that's going to hold our materials. Not a huge capacity, but more than, what we had, so we'll take it. And then we got the kinetic mining laser level 1, and I think we got that through the airdrop or through a crate, I'm not sure exactly. And finally, we purchased a kinetic mining laser level 3 off of OpenSea. So this one is a higher level, and I was trying to figure out what it really makes a big difference with the levels, and I'll kind of explain it as we go. But keep in mind, this is a small ship, and because of that, everything is going to be small asteroids that are needed. So let's scan and make sure there's even some things here. Now that we know we have the right things, we have something to hold the material, something to find the material, and something to mine the material. Also worth noting, there are other types of mining, like extractors. I feel like those are better, especially if you get them on a medium ship. You're just going to get better items. For the lasers, it's really nice getting some things, but you're not going to get the super rare things. At least I haven't yet, and I've been mining nonstop for days. So let's go ahead and find an asteroid and kind of show you how the process works. So now that we're in the area, I'm just at the planet. So I just went to HIP 32 and I'm right at the planet, and that's all that's really happened so far. I like this area better than the home galaxy because it just seems like less people are mining here because you have to pay credits to get here. And because of that, I don't have to wait as long, and I can usually keep hopping asteroid to asteroid. So with this, we're going to go ahead and click radar down here. You'll see it's equipped, and we have mining equipped there too. So we're going to go ahead and hit radar, and it's going to bring up our 9-minute cooldown radar, and we're going to go ahead and hit scan asteroids. Once it does that, it's going to send a sonic pulse through the galaxy and find the resources we're looking for. Now, if we go over here, you can see size is something you can choose. I definitely suggest going through and selecting your size here. It does reset at times, but it does help when it doesn't. So for example, if this actually said laser instead of extractor, I might go here by mistake. It takes 2 minutes to warp there, and then I'm not going to be able to mine it because it's not small. And then I have to wait 7 more minutes for the cooldown for my radar to recharge. So it is a pain. So if you make sure that you are going to small, that's going to be huge. Then you have different options once you're in small. I'm basically looking for lasers. Now, if it's laser level 1, I can use both my lasers and mine it like twice as fast, basically. If it's laser level 2 or level 3, only my level 3 laser is going to be able to take care of it at that point. So if I want to use both of them at the same time, then I need to get to a laser 1. A lot of times you're not going to find as good of resources available in the lower ones, but it happens. Like for example, this one's really here. These reds, if you see reds, those are the ones I go to, but unfortunately I've never got one. And I mean, I've mined a good amount. Can I mine more? Of course, then I'm going to continue, but I don't see it hitting for lasers. Maybe they said it's really hard to get this, and it's even harder to get like the gems, which would be like this here, like the diamonds or the rupees here. Those are even supposed to be harder than the reds, but the reds usually sell for like 20,000 credits. So they're very expensive and very, people really want them. So with that, since they're so rare and unique, we're going to go ahead and go to this one because I usually look for the ones with the reds. And then if this one says laser, well, I can mine this one twice as fast because I could use both lasers. And since it still is a red, I'm just going to go for it. If you're wondering, well, what's the price difference? You could always go and look at it and say, okay, it's Californium. You can go to the market and then go to unique. Californium, the price tag, 20,000 is the cheapest. And then it's 100,000. It gets pretty crazy. The other one is NB. And 99,000. Okay. So these are, maybe that's why they're so hard to get, because they're so expensive and you have to mine thousands of times. I've mined hundreds of times and not seen one, so we'll see how it goes. Who knows? Maybe we'll pull one here. So what we'll do next is we'll warp to this one. It's going to take 2 minutes and 25 seconds, which is a little longer than usual. Usually it's like a minute. It's cool. You can see it in the distance as we're getting closer, approaching. And it hasn't even been a minute and we're almost there. So maybe the time was off there. There we go. There's our asteroid that we are going to crush. And you can kind of spin around, look at it however you want. You could go from it from any angle. This is the area you're going to be working with. You're going to choose mine here. If you don't want to choose it here, you can also, if you ever lose this window, you can click mining and it'll pop back up, or click asteroid here and it'll come back up. And then you just click mine. Now you're in here, and this long thing here shows how many resources are available. So if there was just one tick here, it wouldn't be worth coming because I'd only get one mine out of it. But since it's full, I'll be able to get a decent amount. And the CA97 is the one that we really want. The O2, those are pretty rare for me. They don't go for a lot, but they go for more than most of the stuff I have. So I would like that as well. And the O1's not bad either. So now I go ahead and mine. I'll choose my laser 3 first. You'll see my laser activating. It's running the production time, the run time, which you'll see here is 15 seconds. In the meantime, I can click the other one, start that one going at the same time. Now I got dual lasers going. That runtime takes 40 seconds because it's not as good. So this one's already done with the production. It popped up here saying I got iron. It also shows it here that we have iron. And if we wanted to keep a look at our storage space, we'll just put that on the screen as well. So now you can see what we have in real time on this carry of materials, what we've got so far. And once this fills up, probably by the end of this video, I'm going to go through and put these on the my sector and show you how I do that. Because I'm not taking these all the way over, and there you got liquid CO2. I'm not taking these all the way to a station to sell them right now. I'm just putting them on my planets. I have some sectors and I have a lot of storage there, so why not fill that up? Things aren't really selling right now, so since I don't have anything really out of the ordinary, I'm just going to stockpile so I can build some more ships. Because when I'm able to build some ships and get more credits, then I can get more people in my pilot program, and it just, keeps going, and we'll get more credits, we'll get more ships, and we'll be able to keep doing that till I can equip a good amount of people for a good amount of time, and then we'll just have fun and grow and discover some new galaxies and sectors. And you kind of see how this is going. We're just pinging. I have 2 small slots on this ship, so these are the only 2 lasers I could have. However, I could get another level 3 laser. I paid 0.12 ETH for this, and I don't think it's worth the extra ETH just to upgrade from 1 to 3. Now, if I had a 3rd slot available, then I might do something like that. But actually, next I'd like to try get a ship with extractors. That way I could mine the other type of materials. But because funds are so low and I don't really have more funds to invest more at the moment, I need to just grind, fill up my planets, hopefully get some rare stuff I can sell for a good amount, and work on building up some more things on my sectors. I would like some production areas so I can go ahead and create those. And with creating those, I'll be able to create components. I'll be able to refine things. I'll be able to create modules if I go that route. I don't know about the module and ships. The reason I don't know about modules is because I only have 1 module blueprint out of everything, and I have 3 ship blueprints. So I might stick with ships. And the one ship that I'm really thinking about, since I'm going to be more mining focused, I think, is the T-25, because that's more of a cargo ship. It is, however, small, though, but it is something I'm considering. I have looked at some blueprints available on OpenSea, but again, I don't have any more money to invest in this game. This game's not a cheap game, so I'm hoping once Farsite token launches and the marketplace is going, I can just work on flipping some things and see what I could do. Because the 2 attack ships here, I don't really need 2 of those. I wouldn't mind trading one of those away for a cargo blueprint. And I know module blueprints are very popular, so I can see this going for a good amount. Because a lot of people want the modules because they're not as expensive to go through and craft compared to like a ship, so people can flip these more often, and everyone's going to need modules. If you want to go fast, I'm guessing that's what Afterburner does, it gives you a boost, then you're going to need this. But I'm definitely going to go through and, I have a lot to learn yet in this game, and I've learned a lot over the last week. Thank goodness mining is out, because now it makes the game fun, and I can stock up on this stuff, and I need to go as hard and as fast as I can on this, because eventually PvP is going to be open. Once PvP is open, then I got to watch my back when I'm doing this. So would you mindlessly go to Asteroids and mine, or do you have to worry about getting shot down and I think your stuff taken? I don't know for sure. I'm assuming that's how everything's going to work. If you have to worry about that, that's even more to worry about. Even though I'm going to be in an alliance, there's going to be other alliances out there that might come after me. Be very interesting to see. So far, nothing crazy has been found. You can also click on this to open up your cargo. Instantly goes to it. Instead of going into your ship and then finding your ship and open storage, it does the same thing. So it's just like a quick button to get into there. So nothing great found here. We're halfway through. I would love to get one of these reds on video because it's like hitting a legendary NFT, I feel like, because I have not got any. I've only got one PO02, I believe anyway. We'll check on the planet. Water is not very abundant. However, I can get this on my own planet, so kind of upset that it's so easy to get to mine because it does get to be rarer. Same with lumber, but lumber is even easier to get off of these planets. Asteroids. Yeah, I mean, I do this a lot. How much am I mining a day? I mine about 5,000 capacity a day. So I get to about here every day or in between, and then I just keep going. I think I did a little more than usual the last 24 hours. So I think I've even got more than a full load done. But we'll go through and just show you this. And now when I scanned, there was a bunch of asteroids, but now if I scanned again, remember, I would be in a different area. So now I'm scanning different asteroids. Plus, I'm sure you can upgrade your radar. And if you did, you could get to see even further. Because remember, this one, it's not great. Like, if we bring it up here, you'll see the distance is 3,000. All right, so let's keep mining here. Once we mine this, we will go over and change, unload our materials, see what we've got so far, and go from there. This will give you a good overview of everything going on. I will do more detailed guides as more and more comes out and as I learn more, as long as I have the stuff to do it. I would really like to build some factories. Unfortunately, I didn't have the ETH to purchase the current items in the store, which really stinks because I could use some more credits. Because right now they do have a sale for 2 million credits for 0.39 ETH, and I have 0.08. So I'm 0.31 shy. That's why I bought the laser, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to afford one of these. Now, not many of these sold, so that's a good thing. However, they're going to be open for like 2 months. But, you know, after 3 days or so, the price goes up 20%. And there's no way I'm going to purchase something for more money than it was originally when I had the chance to buy it originally, if that makes sense. Because that's just how I am. So I'm either going to get it within the next 3 days somehow by hitting the lottery, maybe. I don't know, maybe I should go to the store and buy some scratch-off tickets. Go to the casino, bet everything on red. Yeah, it's not happening. I don't see any way of getting any more ETH for it. All right, so each mine is about like, I don't know, I want to say like 0.75, but it's not. Maybe it's like 0.65. It doesn't matter if it's level 1 or level 3. They're chunking away the asteroid at the same amount. I know you can continue to get more and more, you know, items on here to mine depending on how many slots you have. I think I heard someone say they had 6 slots on it, mining at once, so they're getting 6 materials per mine, which is pretty crazy. This is a blueprint. Having like a mining laser, or the other one's probably more important, would be awesome to have, because then you could make those, and I can see them being very popular. So there we go. We finished the asteroid. So we're going to look at the asteroid. You're going to actually see it blow up, which is pretty awesome. You know, spare no expense. Here comes the run, the finish of the run production. Got another piece there, and one more material from this one. Oh, boom! That asteroid's gone. If I was going to continue to mine, I would hit scan asteroids again, and I would just repeat it. So if I click it again, you can see everything comes up. Notice the small disappeared. Sometimes it disappears. You got to reselect it. And then extractor is not what I have. I have a laser. You can see the differences in the items as well. You're looking more like metal for lasers. They're pretty popular there. Your sides are also very popular. A little bit of oil with the PO1 and O2. Natural resources, the ore. And then unique, like I said, very hard to get. Not saying it's not possible, just haven't got one yet. And then I would pick one of these, I would choose Warp 2, and I would do the same thing over again. Now that was a level 1, so because I was a level 1, I was using 2 lasers at once. Sometimes it gets my cooldown where I have to wait about a minute, but if I have a laser, or if I have a, laser level 2 or level 3, those take forever. So then I don't have to worry about the cooldown because I can only use my one laser, my high level one, and not the other. So now we go back to the planet, and we're going to drop some stuff off. So we'll go ahead and choose Warp 2. And let's go. All right, so when we get here, it's going to pop up my sectors 98% of the time. Gotta wait for it to come to the ride to come to a complete stop. Here you'll see sectors in green. You want to click that. It's important to click sectors in green because if you click the other sectors, a lot of times it'll put it over here, and then you're not going to be able to move stuff over. So then I would hit like ship cargo on this side to open my ship cargo. I would find, you see storage is here because I own these two. Because they're mine, they're already at the top. 27 is the one that I've been using. So I can go in here. I could see overall, look how much storage I have. So this is my 4th drop off pretty much. Though it's not full because I wanted to do the video. It's pretty close, but you can see how many more times, it takes me a day to get that much. So I have like 19 days till I can fill up one of my sectors. And then I'll do the same thing to the other sector. And then I can go to the home area and do that again. And then I'll just start selling what I need to. Make sure when you pull it over, you don't just go like this. Make sure it's like in here. It could be a little touchy at times. So then you just want to put the maximum amount. And then I'll do it again. Sometimes you also have to wait. If you don't see it switch over or if it's not clicking, give it a moment and then try again. But for the most part, it's pretty smooth. But yeah, see, I only got one of the O2s so far. I got that actually in a different solar system. I tried a different area, and that's where I got it. And you know what? I really didn't like the area, so I came back and just kind of wasted that money that I used. I tried all the planets, and I was through all the asteroids in like less than an hour. Where HIP, I can pretty much farm all day long and keep going. And that's all we're doing, is moving them over. Then if you want to get an idea of what things are worth, we can take a look at the marketplace quick. So clicking on market, kind of see everything open here. So sides is something we have. It can be your cheaper stuff. 1 credit, 4 credits, 1 credit, 1, and there's always going to be undercutters too, so 1. So all that's 1. Then we'll go to the metals, and the ore is usually where it doesn't do too bad. So let's look at 28. We got 80 of these, 19, and that's a cheap price. So 50 is probably, 19 is what someone has, but that's really going low. So 50 is probably more of the norm. The people that are selling super cheap are just, no one's buying now. That's why some people are doing that. But once the economy kicks in, those are going to be bought right away. And then so is the next one. So it's kind of smart keeping your price up. Too many people are undercutting. That's why I kind of stopped, because it's just hurting the economy too much. At least it will the first few days. So scandium is another one we have. 13 credits, I think. Not bad. 156 of those. Iron ore. 3 credits, but yeah, it looks like the norm's more of 11. Copper. 9. That looks right. Wow, he's got a lot. Oh, that's Crypto Hustler. Shout outs to him. What's up, man? And we can look at the natural resources, the water. Yeah, I used to be the lowest, but someone undercut me. It looks like they undercut them, and then that person probably re-undercut them, and then their stuff probably sold. But 72, I'm fine at leaving it there. I have plenty, and I think I'll still sell once things get moving. no more ships are going to be made or be able to bought, you know, unless it's secondhand market. So lumber's cheap. So I mean, I got a lot of it, but that's how you get credits. Right now, that's how I'm gonna, you know, I would get credits. I wish they had a thing where you could just sell every resource for 1 credit. Like a way to just dump the junk. Let's look at the oils. PO1. Did I do this one already? I don't think so. 16 and O2. Oh, it's not that much. 34. But still, that's probably one of the higher ones I've had, except for the water. But you know what? Every time you're mining, you're at least getting something that's going to sell for 1 credit. And I probably get, like, I don't know. If I get 10 mines, that's 10 materials until I go again. So pretty solid. Excited for this game to come out and continue to release features. Again, if you want to work with me, you can join my Academy program. I'll have the link down below. We have 5 pilots as of this. And as I mentioned, full disclosure, it does help me out and gives me things, which I do plan to put back into everything and get more ships going and maybe more blueprints. I'd like to really build up this game because I feel this game can be around for years and years. So if it's around 10 years, you know, 2 years in, everything that we have is going to be worth a whole lot. Which will be awesome because we'll be the ones that have the OG blueprints and making ships and everything. All right, everybody, that's everything I got. So I want to thank you so much for watching. I'll put another video out when I have it. If you have any questions, stop in my Discord, join up. The room's Farsite. You could talk in there, or go ahead and join the Alliance for Farsite. We have Alliance going on. You could definitely join the public server and talk in there, or also join regular Farsite Discord. Again, not a sponsored video, just a game I'm really excited for. And here's a video of me going crazy, spending way too much money on buying sectors.